Take it away, DM.
Oh, I see. I keep forgetting about the delay. I'm still like watching the intro. All right. When we last left, Wicked Independent Prestige Incorporated, Uma and Elar each used a potion of disguise in the hopes of fooling the goblin search party outside the secret chamber that they had discovered. Upon exiting the secret chamber, they moved. The search party had moved on, so the group decided to backtrack a little bit. Before they made much headway, a small paper bird flew over to them and fluttered to a stop at Uma's feet. The bird turned out to be a note, written in a very neat script, and it was taunting and gloatful and ended with a crude drawing of poor missing Gary. Whoever brought Whippy to this place has finally made themselves known, but who they are and why they've done this remains a mystery. Upon re entering the fire hall, they found another chamber to the north. There they found two tents, one large one that was currently unoccupied except for a giant sleeping rat on the bed, and one small tent that was full of what appeared to be a harem. And they're very unhappy that you poked your head in there. Within the same chamber, they notice a door. After forcing the door, Varo, open and evading a hidden trap, they came to another door that Varo also forced open, only to find themselves suddenly in battle with two goblin guards. Moments later, a backup arrived, but Uma and Elar's goblin disguises worked in their favor. With some eldritch blasts, great sword slashes, and fancy acrobatics from Varo, the room was cleared, and our heroes now find themselves in some sort of treasure room. All right.
Oh
So,
yeah.
yes, so you are in this room, and there's a big pile of, not a huge pile, but a definite pile of jewels and such there. So let's see. There's a pile of coins and gems. It contains 2,000 copper pieces, 500 silver pieces, 60 gold pieces, and 50 um wait 60 gold pieces and 750 gold piece gems. Okay. Is what
750 gold piece gems.
Yes. And I don't believe anybody. There's been no time to open up the crates. So,
I have written down that we found fire oil, diminution potion, 2 greater healing potions, 1 potion of water breathing, and 2 potions of disguise.
right, yep. I
Were
believe
those
you
in the
found.
chests?
No, those were in floating in the water to like cooling down in the large room with the fire.
Oh, all right.
Varo would like to see if he can open the box he's right in front of.
All right, you go and take a look, and they are locked.
What are they made out of?
They're wooden chests.
Oh, Varo's gonna hit that wicked hard.
All right, Varo,
Uma
go
will
ahead.
go over and try to break the other lock.
All right, Varo,
And
you
when
hitting the
she's
chest
doing
or the
it-
lock?
Trying to break where the actual lock like latches.
All right, Varo can go first because he's over there.
As Uma does hers, she's gonna be like, "These are probably trapped," and then she's just gonna slam down with her sword.
That's
All
an
right.
18 to hit.
Yep. So you just you like do a swipe and you break off where the locking mechanism. So like the lock is still attached, but it's no like to the bottom half, but not to the top half. So you can open it. Uma, you can go ahead and take a swipe.
Am I rolling an attack or damage?
Roll an attack.
My computer is not. Oops. There we go. Everything is really slow, so I apologize to everybody.
Mine was wicked laggy last time we did it. All right, yeah. So you take out
15.
your great sword and you just slice right through that lock like it's butter. All right. Inside these chests, you find they contain teeth and bone jewelry, owl bear feather cloaks, and raccoon pelts.
Uma's gonna take some of the stuff and like put it on herself to make the
Look more
goblin
goblin-y.
disguise. What was that?
Still look more goblin-y.
Yeah. She's like,
Right.
ooh, look at this. Do a little twirl.
Varo comes over. Elar comes over and just does the same. Picks up a owl bear feather cloak.
You look really nice, Uma.
Thanks, Varo.
It still freaks me out that you look like a goblin, but you sound the same.
Yeah, I keep almost taking my greatsword and kind of hacking off Elar's head, but I'm not gonna do that, obviously. But every once in a while, I keep
that
seeing.
was humor.
Yeah, so I mean, it was an attempt at it. I'm not very funny, but I just keep seeing you out of the corner of my eye, and I'm like, oh, it's Elar. But you know, if I do accidentally swing at you, I apologize in advance. She's gonna look through the pile of gold too, or gems or whatever.
Okay. I mean, you guys don't have a bag of holding, so I'm not sure how much of it you can take with you, but
No, she's not gonna take a whole bunch. Just like what was it, like 200 gold or whatever that was in there.
Pearl coins, James. 2,000 copper pieces, 500 silver, 60 gold, and then 750 gold gems.
Okay. Yeah.
I guess
so,
that should be written as 7 gems worth 50 gold pieces.
Yeah. So it's kind of like there's like 120 gold. She's gonna just divvy that out to everybody.
All right.
We don't want to take too much because the jangling
Oh,
might
that's a
be
good
really
idea.
loud.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
We can save some for Gary though.
Yeah, absolutely. Gary gets a share.
If he lives.
What are you talking
He
about? Gary's
lives.
alive.
He's fine. He's fine. Uma's gonna look in the little hole over here.
Okay,
Whoops.
did you guys perceive the little hole? I don't
I
remember
thought
if we
that's where
rolled.
somebody came out of.
No, the two in here originally were guards, and then the other ones came out of the door that you came in.
Oh. Okay.
Varo would like to make one last check around the room.
All right. Yeah. Roll an investigation. And Uma, you can roll perception to see if you notice the hole.
That's a 1.
That is a 1.
16.
I love Varo.
So Varo just looks around, goes, "That was it."
Coast is
And
clear.
Uma, you don't notice anything else either.
Okay.
That hole is very well hidden.
All right. I guess this is a dead end. So
Guess we could try and see where the other side of that, I think it was a garden room, where that the other side went to.
yeah. Let's head back.
Should we try and do this sneaky?
Well, we can try. And then if me and Elar get caught, I can pretend to be really crazy.
I mean, that kind of fits. Everyone we've met so far has been absolutely fucking nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll give it a try.
I'll try.
Elar,
I'll
just
try
don't
and
talk, okay? Just gonna pat him on the shoulder. Well, yeah, shoulder. And she's gonna lead the way out.
All right. I think I made this too narrow, so I have to pull you guys out of here. Here we go. Drop you in that room. And you guys are making your way back down through to the garden, yes?
Yep.
All right.
yes.
All right.
Uma's gonna go, like, I'm not gonna say stealthily, but carefully to try to see if she can notice goblins before they notice her.
You know, the goblins. A lot of the goblins are actively searching for you guys, so they are also going to be being stealthy and sneaky themselves. So if you want to roll a, let's see, what would you roll against their stealth? A perception?
All right, I am proficient. Let's see how it goes. 23.
23. All right. So as you come into this room, let me just do a roll here. I haven't used this in 2 weeks, and I forgot where like everything is. Give me a second. That's maps. Here are the NPCs.
And viewers, thank you.
What did you roll? What was your roll?
23.
A 23. So I just rolled a 22. So you what are you doing? Are you poking your head into the chamber here?
So she's just kind of doing that thing where, like, you are trying to pay attention to be the first one to see the other person. So, you know, she's not stealthily creeping along, but she's kind of being quiet and trying to just, hey, is there anybody there? Can we walk out, kind of thing. But if she saw someone, she's not gonna like poke her head back in or anything. She just wants to be aware of whoever it is before they are aware of her.
Okay. So yeah, as you kind of poke out and you look around, you just barely notice that on the ceiling and like are two goblins, and like they look like they don't know you're there yet, but they look like they're hiding behind the stalactites or stalagmites, like, and they keep kind of looking, like poking out and looking around, and then kind of like getting back into position. So they're totally waiting to ambush. Looks like they were waiting to ambush somebody from above, walking by.
All right. Uma's gonna like lean back real quick to the others and be like, 2 on the ceiling. Let's pretend that we're looking for us. Varo, you stay hidden. And she's gonna just kind of run out into the room and do that thing where she's like pretending to look for herself.
All right. Yeah. So you run out, and one of them sees you, and like looks kind of like takes a look at you, and then goes. You see its face like go, and it looks at like the other one and says something in Goblin, but you like whispered as much as a goblin can whisper. Not that you can understand it anyways. But you can't see the reaction of the other one. And then the one that saw you just kind of like dips back behind the stalagmite.
Okay. So like she's gonna keep an eye, side eye, peripheral vision, but her goal is to get back to the garden. But while she's doing that, she's gonna like run and look around, almost like she's looking for the escapees.
All right, and so while you do that, what would Elar would probably do the same thing because he's also disguised.
Probably less enthusiastically, but
Right. I think Elar. Oops, I didn't mean to move everybody. Grab Elar. Just Elar, damn it.
I can
click
picture
it
Elar
with
just kind of like
anywhere.
walking up to a bucket, like kicking a bucket and
Tick.
stool over. Like,
Yeah,
nope, not there.
Yeah, Elar just strolls out and is not really even pretending to look. I just picture him just kind of
Going
side
like this.
glancing. And the same thing, like the one that originally pokes out and looks at Elar, but doesn't have the same reaction as it did to you, Uma. And so Varo, what are you going to do here?
Varo is just gonna come close to the edge. Oh, I have to select my character before I can move. And he just wants to kind of look out. He knows that like Uma said that somebody's there. He wants to kind of do that. Can I peek and see?
So you want to peek out to see the goblin?
Yeah, if he can like do that just like sneakily.
Yeah. Roll perception.
He ain't very bright, but he picks up on things. It's a 21.
It's better than the goblin's nat 1, so Varo's able to peek out, and the goblin is too fixated on Uma specifically to notice that you are peeking out from over there. All right, Uma, what are you doing?
So Uma's just gonna keep running across, pretending every once in a while, pretending like she's looking at something, or for something, and try to get all the way to the other side of the room. So.
All right. Yeah, I mean it's not. It's actually looking at you more, like in fear. Not,
Okay.
I don't know if fear is the right word, but
So she's gonna like turning back to Elar, be like, eh, and then just keep going, dashing across as fast as she can down to here.
And Elar will not dash, but follow you at a quickened pace. And again, this goblin here is just watched, and it's not doing anything, and then it whispers over to this other one again, but again you can't understand it.
You know what? Actually, so when Uma gets over to this edge, just kind of turning to look at Elar, she's gonna do a quick look to see if she can see Varo. And then she's gonna go over to this table and just be like, ah! And like throw it, like first she'll go like shh to Elar, and then point underneath the table, like she's making a big show of it, and then she's gonna go rah! And like try to throw the table to make a big distraction in here, and she's just gonna like start going through the tables as if she's chasing somebody underneath, with the hope that Varo will take the opportunity to sneak out. She's trying to make a distraction, like a very obvious, loud distraction.
All right. Yes, I'll have you go ahead. You throw the table and everything, and and then, again, actually, from where you are, you can now see the second goblin. They're not trying to hide from you. You just
Mhm.
couldn't see them very good from where you were, and they're not like going around the thing trying to stay hidden from your sight, but it's like you see them and you toss the table, and they look at each other, and they both drop down to the ground, and then they come over where you are, where the table was just thrown, and they're just kind of sitting there, kind of like
We are nice, and we will attend to your
looking at the
every,
table, looking at
every
you,
need.
and just going.
And
while
she's
they're
gonna
while
point to
they're
the other table and be like, ah, 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 and just like throw another table across.
Varo would like to try and sneak out and like lay down and like hide behind the bench here.
All right, go ahead. Do a stealth. Roll stealth.
Do a stealth.
Do a stealth.
Oh, that's an
Oof.
8.
Oh, all right. So
Huh?
as Varo is sneaking out, yeah, you just, it's damp in here, so you just slip on a puddle of just yuck, and you just land on your ass with a good. So let me roll here.
They might also get nat ones.
Their perception.
All right, Uma, I want you to roll. A persuasion. So they're about to turn to see what the noise was. So I want you to just roll me a persuasion with advantage, actually. So
12.
a 12. All right. So one of them is about to turn, and you just kind of go, yeah. The other table, enough to make this one go, ah! and it runs and it turns to the table next to it and flips it over. But this other one over here turns to where Varo is, and Varo, you're prone. You're on, so you're on your ass. So do a I want you. Actually, I'm just gonna roll to see if it sees you. It rolled a 17. It sees you. So the one next to it just flipped over the table, and this one turns to look at the sound, and it sees like the top of your head, and it turns to you, Uma, and goes, pointing at Varo.
Okay.
But like, it's clearly like informing you. You are gathering that it perceives you as a higher caste than it. So it's like saying, he's there. And the other one turns really quickly and is just like, is looking at you, awaiting orders.
Almost gonna be like, ah, like not. She doesn't speak Goblin, but she'd be like, kind of a gesture, like, go get him. What are you waiting for? And she's going to, yes, to both of them.
Okay.
And then
So
she's
they-
going to, as if they run, she's going to run behind them towards Varo.
Yep. All right. So they both take out their clubs, and they grab.
She's gonna
And
look
they,
at Elar
uh,
like,
Can
They run over to you, Varo.
Varo, since he's in his cloak, like after he realizes the jig's up, he's out in the middle of nowhere. Can he just attempt to hide because he's in his magic cloak? Maybe the goblins are too dumb; they won't see him. Like in
Does
his
it make
mind,
you invisible?
it doesn't make me invisible. It just gives me advantage on stealth to hide, and then any wisdom perception checks to find me gives disadvantage. So
All
it's
right,
like
roll.
it's like a 1 in a million that they're just like gonna be like, where do you go?
All right, so roll a stealth. 19. All right.
And then they have disadvantage in order to spot me. I'm doing the T-Rex thing.
I would picture of like rolling closer to that bench.
It's like, don't
Like,
move.
All right. So as they run over, they're like, yeah, and one of them runs over and goes, the one that gets there first, like, so Varo puts the cloak over himself and like rolls a few feet and then lays like flat on the ground, like the letter X on the ground with the cloak over you. And the first one that gets there runs over and goes, and is just looking around, and it's where'd he go? He's very confused, and he takes a couple steps in this direction. This one over here sees right through the ruse. He stops for a minute and looks at the other one for clearly being an idiot and not seeing this lump on the ground. And he runs over to you and raises his club. And Uma, if you can do an attack beforehand, if you would care to take it.
Uma is going to do that, is going to run up behind the one that didn't see him and attack that one.
Okay.
The awakening one.
Okay. So you can would this be considered? It's not considered flanking because you're not in combat, so you can do an attack with advantage because he's completely clueless on this.
Okay. 2 attacks with advantage? Do they get multi-attack or just 1?
Just 1.
That's a 9.
That's
And
a
then
9.
A regular attack from a multi.
Yep.
And a 13.
All right. So you go up to that one and you try to be sneaky and you go to swing, but he like bends down to like look underneath something and it goes wide over his head. And then when you bring it back around, you hit him. So roll for damage.
10 points of slashing damage.
And when you bring it around, like you go across and miss, and in the same swoop you go up and down, and you cut him right in half. And one half falls this way, and one half falls that way. The one who is about to attack Varo just hears a sloppy to the ground and turns around and sees you standing over the corpse, the now split in half corpse of his compatriot, and looks at you very frightened and gets down to like one knee and just like lowers his head to you and starts gibbering in Goblin, which Pat, you still understand Goblin, yes?
Yes.
Okay. He's sitting there. It's like, I'm sorry, my lord. What did we do wrong? Did we? And he's just like that kind of line of like, it's like forgiveness.
Varo is gonna take this chance to punch this thing in the back of the head.
All right.
Uma's just like crazy eyes.
You hit him.
17.
All right.
8 points of
He's sitting
bludgeoning.
there on his knee and just going, it's like, please forgiveness. It's like, Glorp was a good servant. He never, and then Varo's fist just comes right out of his face. And he just, hand, Goblin. It's messy, and it is now quiet and extra gory in this chamber. And Elar is standing down here with his arms crossed, just watching this whole thing go down.
Like golf clap.
Uma's gonna look at Varo and be like, I really don't mean for this to be as as horrific as it's turning out to be, I'm just trying to get through this, and I feel like she's just gonna point to the like two halves. Like I'm trying, but they're so small. They're so small that I'm just decimating them, and that's really not what I'm trying to do, I promise.
Again, the random roll table has been in your favor this entire time. I random rolled this patrol, and again, it's the weakest cast members of this goblin clan. That's why, like, you guys, like, you're not doing super crazy attacks, but you are just blowing past their HP.
Like, I think we should go.
Varo's just gonna like shake some of the brains off of his wrist. Just be like, I know,
That's
this is
really
like,
close.
this is horrific.
It
I
is,
mean,
it's horrible.
I don't like these guys, but this is even much for me.
I think we should try to get out of here, get Gary, and just get out before we kill every single creature that lives in here. I mean, they're really jerks. She's gonna say this as she is heading down towards the garden area, but like they're really jerks for like trapping people, and I'm sure they've eaten people and stuff, so maybe they deserve it, but man.
I mean, yeah, they suck, but I mean, this is horrifying. Like,
Yeah, your
and I'm
fist
the
is
one.
going right through their heads like
I
like a cheese
I-
wheel.
Does anyone know how to tell how old these goblins are? Like, are these children? I mean, they don't
goblins
sound
only
like it.
They only live like 20 years max, so I feel like all of them are children, and that's very sad.
Okay, well, I'm only 22, so like even like the oldest ones, they're not that much younger than me, so I don't feel so bad. It's kind of like, like, you know how it can be, like somebody gets a little mouthy with you, and when you're out, and then before you know it, it's actually this is a 12-year-old, and then the city guard is coming at you, and you got to try to explain that he was talking shit. And
Wait, did you kill a child?
No, but I fucked him up pretty bad.
Oh,
But
okay.
in my defense, he was way taller than me.
Okay,
way
all right.
taller.
As
It
long as
wasn't
he
my
was
fault.
taller than you, Varo.
Yes, he was like
I miss
By
being
a-
tall.
good 3 inches.
You miss being tall, Elar? Oh, right.
You
I was
learn
about
how
to say,
shrink
what
himself.
happened? Oh, wait, right. So we're goblins. All right. Yep. So she's just gonna keep jogging, basically.
Yeah. Unless there's anything you wanted to stop in this room to re-examine.
No, Varo's just gonna kind of do like a half, not like stealthy, but he's gonna like stay close to walls and objects, so that
Oh,
if
yes.
if he needs to hide from anybody.
Alright.
So when we
So you
get closer
guys-
to the area that we're not familiar with, which is at the edge here, she's gonna slow down again and like be looking out for anybody.
Alright. Say you don't see anything. Actually, roll a perception. Have a roll perception.
That's a natural
Nat
one, so a 7.
You definitely don't see anything.
All right, she's
It
gonna come
appears
around the
to be
corner.
clear.
We already looked in these rooms, right?
Yeah, there were storerooms.
Okay.
Like with I believe whatever they were harvesting in this garden.
All right. So she's gonna step forward.
All right. So you are in a little chamber here. There's a smaller chamber that is in front of you that just keeps going further south, and then there's like a larger path that leads, you can't see it, and it's a little dark in there. But you hear like the sound of like pickaxes on rock. Like you're like chink, chink, coming from that way.
Okay. And we can see this.
Yes.
All right.
Which way should we go, Uma?
Uma's gonna come over to listen and investigate the narrower area just to see if she can see anything or hear anything.
You can't. I don't. Can you? You I think from where you are, I guess you can see that dude. You technically shouldn't be able to, the way the wall is supposed to be, but you
Can't
can see
him.
the
I
glow.
didn't- Okay.
You can see the glow of a fire coming from that chamber.
Okay. She's gonna look at Varo and be like, "Why don't you go listen at the big door?"
That's not actually a door. It's just like a big cavern entrance.
Oh, okay.
And I apologize. There's no, for whatever reason, they didn't include a map of whatever is in there. So if you do decide to go in there, you just got to use your imagination.
It looks pretty dark, like black. Like I can't see through it.
The sound of the pickaxe, several pickaxes, is louder for you, Varo, because you're closer.
Does Varo recognize the sound as pickaxes?
Roll. Would be a history to see if you've.
I just want you to make him roll an intelligence check.
Yeah, you can do straight intelligence or.
All right, do it intelligence.
Yes.
Sounds like little bugs that make a
Ting.
kind of jing jing, jing
8.
jing.
Yeah, so Varo, you've not heard that this noise before, but you're fairly certain that it's like totally not birds.
Yeah, this I don't know how to describe it, but it's like a bird's noise, but not.
Uma's gonna like look over at him like,
Just keeps repeating like ting, 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 like the bird wants to sing, but it can't get it out.
okay, 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 okay.
Do we have to fight birds?
No, because we're gonna go this way. Let's go this way.
Elar stands over next to him, looks up at him, doesn't like having to have to look up at him, and goes, "Those are pickaxes, you buffoon," and then just walks away.
When Elar started mining.
So Uma's gonna go through here, and having put a little bit together in her brain that the other ones were revering her in some way, she's just gonna be more confident in her walking through here and like emerging.
All right. Let's see. This is room. What number room are we?
Varo would like to come right up to the edge and like hide just around the corner.
And there was much rejoicing.
All right. Sorry, I'm just trying to find the room. All right. So, Uma, you stride in with confidence, and and there, you see this room. There's a tent, some sort of wooden structure built in there, and there is a There is a goblin like sitting on this bench, just sitting there, kind of poking the fire, and he at first he looks a little startled as you come in, but then he looks over at like more like looks you up and down and looks more calmly, and then he says something to you in Goblin. He just goes,
Can I like get an idea of its demeanor towards me, like what that meant? Was it like a sit down and have a bite to eat, or just kind of, hey buddy, what's up?
it sounded like a question.
Okay. So she's gonna like stop for a second and look back behind her for Elar and be like, "Damn!" Try to get Elar to come out.
All right, Elar then just kind of strolls in grimacingly.
And then she's gonna head over to. Is this goblin eating anything?
No, he's just like boredly like poking at the fire. Like he seems to be like stationed here.
Okay. Uma's gonna go over and try to like grab his hand and then be like going like this, like trying to gesture for him to follow her.
He like pulls his hand back and he just goes like,
Can Varo hear?
let's see. Roll a perception. See if you're hidden and
Ooh.
in a position to hear well.
9.
So you can't. You're too well, like hidden in the darkness of that little nook there. So you can't hear everything he's saying. You get a couple words here and there. So you definitely heard like can't and not dismissed or something along those lines. And then from the tent behind you, Uma, another goblin just kind of comes out of the tent. And he just kind of shuffles out and he looks at both of you, and then he says something that sounds like a question also. And then he kind of like, as he says it, he like points his head, like does that head pointing gesture towards this over here in the form of a question, like, yeah.
Uma's gonna head over there and take a look at it, pretending like she understood what they said. And at the same time, she's gonna kind of look at Varo and then like give eyes, like go around them, and then turn. It's a slight movement that she made, but she's hoping that he picks up what she's putting down.
I'm gonna roll a perception, see if he. 11. I'd say he kind of gets it. So you want Varo to kind of walk around the tent to get on the other side of them?
Yeah, so that just basically position yourself accordingly.
Is this where you would want him to be?
Did you mean Varo or Elar?
Elar,
Oh,
sorry.
Elar. No, did I get you doing it too now?
Did I say Varo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I meant Elar. And then she's gonna go over to the door, to the door, and open it if possible.
As you reach for the door, the one that was originally sitting there like goes. Again, it says something in question form.
Okay. So Uma's gonna come up to them, like, but not obviously saying any real words. And when she gets up to this one, the banal one, she is going to try to kill it
Okay.
with her greatsword. She's just gonna be like, "Ah!"
You go ahead, roll an attack.
Alrighty. God damn it. Alright. A multi-attack.
There you go. You got the second one.
Yeah, well.
Roll the damage.
12.
12. All right. So, yeah, you come over just going, blah, 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 but you're not actually saying anything in their language, and like the one that was sitting down originally is kind of like looking at you like really confused, and the one that was coming out of the tent is just like sitting there like laughing. Like, well, he actually like steps over the bench to go laugh, and that's when you take out your sword and you swing and misses, and he goes, and like he kind of like looks as the sword goes over him as he's like sitting down, and he goes, huh? And then you bring it back, and then you just run him through, and he goes, ah! And the one next to him jumps up and goes, yeah.
And this is...
Varo
Go
is
ahead.
going to take that as his cue. He's going to come in after he hears it. Ah! And he wants to rush whatever one is still standing.
All right, it would be there. It would be this guy down here.
Pretty sure I have. Yeah, I have way more than enough movement.
All right. $17 hits.
5 damage.
5. All right. So, what did you do to him? Like, how did you rush and attack him?
Because how horrible the last time he went like rushing in to punch somebody, this time he's just gonna go like straight open, like straight palm, like heel, like old school right to the nose. You know, he's thinking that this might not kill them.
All right. So you come. He's kind of in shock because he wasn't expecting his fellow there to be stabbed by one of their own. So yeah, you come rushing out of the darkness, and he's kind of like, you know, blinded, doesn't see you coming, but because of the fire from the light from the fire, you come over and you bash him right in his goblin nose, and he staggers back going, ah, and he looks up at both of you like holding a bloody nose. He uses nimble escape to
Varo gets his second attack.
Oh, Varo in his second attack.
I would like to spend a key point to raise that 2 points to make that a 13 to hit.
13 hits.
Now the 7 damage.
All right. So what did you do this time?
So basically, like, he hit him like open hand, like slapped down, and like kept like his open hand like underneath the chin, so he was just like bop bop.
All right. So as you bop him up again, and like this time his eyes go into the back of his head, and he just falls down backwards onto the ground, and he did.
It seems like the open hand's the way to go. against these things. They don't explode that way.
I mean, you probably broke his neck, but
Uma's
no,
it
like,
wasn't gory.
No, he's just sleeping.
Uma's like wipe her great sword on the body of the goblin. Like, this is really sad. It's so sad. You want to try to break down
Elar
the
just
door?
goes, I prefer it the other way.
Uma's gonna be like, Elar, you could have used your eldritch smash and hit that one while I was, save your energy though.
You
I
had it
get
well
that.
in hand.
She's gonna head over to the door here and kind of like do a little bow to Varo, like, after you, good sir.
Thank you, Uma. Is the door locked?
Let's see. Nope. So you turn the handle and it opens.
I still should have kicked it down.
Uma's gonna be like, oh, huh?
I still should have kicked it down. I shouldn't have checked. And for the
Close it and kick it.
for truth of the matter, I don't think Varo would have checked to see if it was unlocked. Can Varo just kick the door down?
Sure, go ahead. Varo can go ahead and boot the door.
23.
So 23. Varo just like fucking Liu Kang in Mortal Kombat comes flying across the room, one leg. He's in the air, one leg is under the other leg, that leg straight out. It's a wooden door, so he just splinters the door.
Oh, hey, you know what, Uma? From the inside, I don't think this door has a lock.
And from inside, you just hear, what the fuck?
Who's in there? Is there any light inside of the room?
Like the rest of this cave, it is complete darkness, so the fire's not bright enough to like really illuminate in there, so you can only see by dark vision. But what you see in the room is a male halfling. He is sitting there on a bed. He's like he's like this, like he was covering his face from the shards of door that came flying at him. He's a halfling, so he's small to begin with, but he's pretty gaunt and doesn't look he's very tired looking. He doesn't look like he's in like the greatest shape of his life right now. And he just kind of kicks like the dust away, staring at you, and he goes, "Who are you?"
In halfling, yes, because Varo speaks halfling. He's gonna say to him, "You're not with these goblins, are you?"
Do I look like a fucking goblin?
No, that's why I thought it was really weird you being down here. Is this like a cell?
Yes, this is where they keep me when they're not forcing me in to work the mines.
That's horrible. You should come with us. We're getting the hell out of here.
Us? Who's us?
Oh, Varo's gonna just like quickly finish like kicking the rest of the door like out and say, "Uma, come on. There's someone in here."
Crunch in there. Were they both speaking in halfling to each other, or was the halfling speaking common?
Well, he was speaking common, but then Varo started speaking in halfling, so he's speaking in halfling now.
Okay.
This is my friend Uma. Don't let the look fool you. She's actually a dork. Long story, but she's awesome.
Are you speaking in halfling still?
Yeah, but I was just letting him know, and he's gonna continue to talk in halfling to Uma, not realizing. that he's still
Okay.
talking halfling.
What
Uma's
the
just gonna smile
fuck
and
is a
nod
dork?
because she heard her name.
As he sees you come in, not understanding what a dork is, he sees you come in and he like scoots up against the wall and he goes, "You're working with them? This is a trick?"
No, I told you, don't worry about that. She's not a goblin. She took a potion, you know, so that they don't notice as we're trying to like get out of here. She's a half dwarf, half orc.
Roll a persuasion.
Where is that? There we go. Yep, that fits.
I've seen the trickery that their master can do. I'm not going anywhere with you. You're tall, but you're one of them. You're one of them where you're using one of those illusion spells. You're trying to trick me into running, just so you can hunt me again.
No, like seriously, look, we've already killed like 17 of these things. Like, really, come with us.
Uma's gonna look at Varo and be like, is there a problem? I know, she's gonna say this in common, obviously. I know I don't look that great. He's not looking like he wants to come with us. Is it because of this?
He's here. Goddamn right, it's because of fucking this.
She's gonna look over at the halfling and be like, okay, hold on, and then go over to one of the dead goblins and then just drag it in and plop it down on the ground. Be like, we're not with them. And then she's gonna take her greatsword and just be like, see.
Roll persuasion.
16.
He's just watching you just go.
I know, it's disgusting. I'm just trying to make a point.
I don't know. I mean, they kill the lower caste members for fun, so this is weird, but not out of the fucking ordinary. But you don't sound like one of them. I'll give you that.
Have you seen a very big blue dragon, half dragon guy?
I haven't seen anything that isn't a goblin in a very long time. Not since the last of us was killed off.
The last of you? What do you
Yeah.
mean?
I don't know. It's been my crew. The we were walking through the woods, and there was this ambush. They got us in that net room. And
Yeah, they got us in that damn net room. They said that they were pretending to be a bunch of, I believe it was a halfling with a carriage flipped over. We fell for it, like, really bad. Like, I totally didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, everyone falls for it. You've been here, I don't even know how many months. Been several months, but Charles died 2 weeks ago. He was the last one of my crew that I saw. I mean, Terry didn't even make it out of that net room.
Oh yeah, we might have seen Terry. If it makes you feel any better, Terry helped us to get out of that net room. So they didn't die. They didn't die in vain.
Good to know. Good to know that Terry's useless ass came in handy once. My name is Jarvin.
Wait, fighter.
Jarvin
Jarvin?
Redleaf.
Jarvin Redleaf. I'm totally gonna forget that. I am really.
Well, Jarvin, unless you are going to be of value to us, I'm gonna go ahead and say that you're gonna be on your own. I can give you this, and she's gonna reach into her pouch and grab one of the disguise potions that she found. Make yourself into a goblin, and then try to get out. Do you know how to get out of here?
Even if I got out, I wouldn't be able to survive alone. We have a better chance of getting out of here together.
Well,
This is
so I would argue that you need us more than we need you. But also, if shit hits the fan, you're going to get killed because you'll be with us. But if you take this disguise potion and make yourself into a goblin, our chances will be better all around. So, leader, who's gonna look at Varo, you think he should come with us, or...
he crosses his arms and just kind of chuckles to himself, like shaking his head. Arrogant group. You don't even know where you are, do you?
No idea. No
Nope.
idea.
We just kind of wing it and see what happens.
Yeah, so you're gonna wander around these goblin caves? And what are you going to do when you encounter the mad wizard that lives in the keep?
Probably gonna hit him wicked fucking hard in the face for taking us here.
And I think Elar might blast him. Right, Elar?
Perhaps.
No, that means
Well-
yes. He'll definitely blast him. Or her. The wizard.
Do you know how to use a sword?
Of course. I saw them playing with my gear over there by the tent. And if you turn around, you do see by the tent there is a dagger and a short sword.
I was gonna say, well, if you insist on coming with us, you are definitely gonna need that.
Yeah, definitely. You know, there are 2 other prisoners here. Or at least that's what I've heard them say.
One of them a half dragon.
I have no idea. I just hear the guards from time to time mention the other prisoners. I presume that they're in the keep.
There's a keep here?
What did you think that big stone wall was?
I mean, who
Like I
knows?
said, you didn't know. You have no idea where we
Thought it was-
are.
Thought it was a bird sanctuary.
Well, get your shit, turn yourself into a goblin, and come with us, Jarvis.
Garmin.
Jarvis, go get your shit and turn yourself into a goblin.
All right. Here you go.
She's-
He goes over and he grabs his dagger and his belt, and there is no armor. Like they stripped him of his armor, but he takes a piece of the goblin's armor and straps it on, grabs his short sword and examines it. He goes, "Goddamn goblins been mistreating you, Betty. You're back in my hands now." Just sheathes it.
Your sword's name is Betty.
Yeah, you don't name your swords?
Well, I have a sword, but I only ever use it to chop firewood.
Who was
With
gonna
a sword?
take her great sword out and be like, "This is Glenn."
That's a strong name. I like it.
I mean, because normally I just bring lightning and thunder when it comes time to fight. But so yeah, I never named my sword.
All right, fair enough. It's bad luck, but fair enough. So what does he roll for the?
Is it still bad luck if you don't use the sword, though?
I guess if you bring the thunder, it's not.
That's what I'm talking about.
What do you roll for the potion of disguise?
You roll how many hours? I think it's 1d. I don't remember if it's 1d12 hours or 1d4. Hold on, let me double check. Potion of disguise. It is it doesn't say on this one, of course, because of course not. It is so disguise self is I don't know. I thought it was in your stuff. It's like it's either like 1d4 or 1d10 hours.
Bring it back up here.
I know that Uma got many hours, and so did
Yeah.
what's his face. Oh, Uma got 12 hours and Elar got 9, so it's got to be a 1d12.
Okay. I'll just roll that. Boundary. Alright. Don't be slow now. God damn it. D12. He's got 1 hour. Alright, so yeah,
That's not good.
he gets his gear back on, he chugs the potion, and then just his height doesn't change because he's already a small creature, but he just kind of like his ears go and his nose and he just and suddenly there's another goblin in front of you, and he turns to you all and goes, "Ugh, don't like this." And he goes, "All right, well, the mines are up that way," pointing in this direction, and he goes, "I think some of them live that direction. They don't bring me that way. But I will say this. I've seen way more goblins going in this tent than should ever fit in a tent of that size. And they've never brought me in there."
Well, that's intriguing. I'll go take a look. Hold on to me just in case. Like, hold my arm. She's gonna stick her arm out. Go
Who's she
around
saying
to,
that to?
to Varo. She
Varo
knows
will,
Elar won't do it reliably, so she just goes to Varo. She's gonna open up the tent and look in while making sure she's being held. And somebody has a dust of disappearance. Cheese cat. Who has the dust of disappearance? Thank you. Alright. Up. Varo.
Hey, thanks, cat.
Uma's sticking her
Alright.
head in, taking a look.
What is your
Vara's just
passive perception?
My passive?
Yep.
I think it's a 16.
Alright. Alright,
Double
so yeah,
checking.
you poke your head in and the tent is empty, except like it's a very, very small tent, like you said, like it's like a 1 or 2 person tent, but there's no furniture in there. There's just like a bearskin rug covering the floor. Are you stepping in or just looking in?
She's just looking in for now. There's nothing in there at all.
No.
Yeah, passive 16. All right. So she's gonna just say that there's nothing in here. We can try to walk in, but we have no idea where we'll end up.
Hmm.
You wanna risk it? I mean, like, we technically don't know where we are, so can it get any worse?
We're in the Sword Mountains, if that helps you.
I have
Nope.
no idea where that is.
Nope. Jeeves, you
I
wanna
don't
go
know.
first?
I saw 10 goblins go into that tent, and only one came out.
Well, what do you think, leader?
Well, you know what they say. And he's just gonna walk in.
Alright. So, Varo, what's your passive perception?
16.
Okay, so Varo just strolls in, and again, there's nothing in there. You just walk into the middle of this small tent, but you do notice that the bearskin rug you are standing on, it doesn't feel like stone ground underneath, and it sounds hollow when you walk on it.
So Var's gonna kind of walk across it, have like that epiphany moment when he turns around and rips up the rug.
Yeah, and as you rip up the
Uma's
rug,
gonna be
there
like-
is indeed a trap door under there.
Hey guys, they gimmicked it. They're not in the tent. That's how they did it. They're not in the tent.
Perfect
All right.
detective work. You should be a private investigator when we get out of this. We could rename. Well, maybe you could use the same name. Because we are incorporated. So we just
I
need
really
to
like
decide
the
on our
name.
business certificate.
I mean, the branding I think has been great. I mean, with the sparkles with Gary, and then and now we have the fourth member. Sorry, Jarvis, can't join us yet because we've already incorporated. It's kind of tough, once you start an LLC, you can't really just add new names onto it. It's complicated.
It's a whole process.
Yeah,
He
Yeah.
turns to Elar and he goes, "What the fuck is he talking about?" I have
and he's still
It's-
going.
complicated. They're idiots.
So Uma is gonna go over and open up the door. The trap door, I assume.
Yep, and I think this is where we're gonna
Oh, I
leave
forgot
off.
it's 10:30.
Yeah, it's 10:30.
This
You
is a
gotta
good-
wake up
this is
really
a-
early. So,
A good cliffhanger.
yep, you found Jarvis Redleaf, halfling prisoner of the goblins here, and you have found a trap door. So,
Let's I'm zooming in on the art a little bit so you guys can see. Phenomenal Jarvin Redleaf.
yeah, we
Who's
can put, like,
probably
a-
had his name said 6 different times by the DM tonight.
I've said Jarvin. It's been
I
Jarvin
thought you
the whole
said
time.
Jarvis like the first time.
No.
No, Varo only follows what Uma says. So as soon as she called him Jarvis, he thinks that the name is actually Jarvis.
Uma was in a bad mood, so she just
Pat-
kind of
Pat,
started
Pat
fucking with his
knows.
name.
Pat knows that it's Jarvin, but Varo thinks it's Jarvis.
And 750 GP gems. Yes, we are going to do our giveaway. Thank you to everybody who hung out. Thank you for the raid. If you type hashtag BEADND, you can enter into tonight's giveaway. The winner gets to go to this website and choose what they would like from their store in terms of a t-shirt, any design that you would like. Repeat winners, we get to chat. And anybody out there who is currently watching, just enter hashtag BEADND and you can be entered to win. So I'm going to leave it up for another few seconds. I don't know how many people we have in here. Oh, we have a decent number of people, and most of them are new. Cliffhangers.
get
Hey,
Hey,
everyone.
Cliffhangers, Wise Girl, Rev Tommy, who won and got their BD&D Dragon t-shirt. Orcus of the Porcus, Turbo, and then our regulars, Cheese Cat and Grem. So I'll leave it up for another second. Anybody out there who's in chat and wants to just throw in BEA, hashtag BEA DND. Otherwise I'm going to close it and we're going to see. Alright. Oh wait, I got to do my beautiful bean footage.
Oh, Annie's gonna be so upset that she missed somebody named Chaotic Platypus just followed us.
What? Oh, shit. Chaotic Platypus, are you sure you don't want to enter? Alright. I did it. I did it, everyone. Okay, I'm going to close the giveaway, and we are going to pick a winner. Grem,
Alright.
you lucky duck.
How lucky.
Congratulations on winning. Rigged. Grem, congratulations. Thank you for entering. Thank you for hanging out. Yeah, you should. You should definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Typically, there's more than 7 people who are in the lottery, but you've got good luck here anyway. So thank you so much. As a reminder, you can enter into our monthly giveaway as many times as you would like. Just use your channel points. You'll have seen that while we were playing, people using their channel points. Sending it to Cheese Cat. Congratulations, Cat, you have won.
There was much rejoicing.
Thank you for the follow. Unless we're doing musical chairs with the giveaway, I am just going to throw this out there too. Shauna Pella. Did I say that right this time? Shauna Pella. You oh, see, we've got another redemption. So the giveaway this month, 2 sets of dice from Almost Critical. You can enter as many times as you like using your channel points. And then also, if you engage in the Discord, every time you gain a level in our Discord, you receive a certain number of entries. The more levels you gain, the more entries you gain. Pretty sure I have it at like, I don't know, 50% level entries or a quarter. I forget. I came up with some math that I wrote down. But you get entries for engaging in the Discord. You get entries for redeeming them here with your channel points, which you get from just watching us. And patrons also get an automatic entry every month into the giveaway. So we are going to raid.
Don't forget to roll the beautiful bean footage.
Which one? Oh, the credits.
The credits.
Yeah.
Hey, so many. There's so many things to keep track of. Thank you. So our credits here, which I always forget to do, but thank you all for your support. New followers, we have Wise Girl 98, if that's the year you were born. Oh my god. Chaotic Platypus, Singal. Oh my god, just because, you know, we're so old. Subs and resubs, Bearded Fortress, me, Thorium Dragon, and Orcus of the Porcus. Thank you for the sub. Host Patsy, thank you for hosting, Patsy. And raids from our friends over at Carney Sideshow, who are part of our Rolling Together team here on Twitch. I am going to make sure that we raid somebody else who might be in our little group here. I don't think anyone else in our thing is currently streaming, so we can either do a big stream or a little stream tonight.
Although I will say this, Izzy, I mean, at least it's 98. I mean,
I know.
they
Not
were still
2008.
born. Yeah, they were still born in the late 1900s, as I hear the kids now call it.
I don't believe that because I've never heard anyone call it the late 1900s.
Well, I mean, think about it. Do you say, oh, the year was 1890, like when you're talking about the Victorian era? No, you say it was
Yeah,
the
but
late 1800s.
That was
So,
that was over 100 years ago.
yeah,
It's like you need to give it
now,
time. You need to give it
now
time.
it was technically a century, a different millennia. So yeah, it's gonna happen eventually. We should just accept it now. Like we're in the 20s. It's no longer 2020. Remember, for like a few years, we weren't in 04. It was 2004.
Right.
Like we had to
Yeah,
always
yeah,
say
yeah.
2000.
2004.
All right, we're gonna
that
do.
came after. I feel like though, no one said that in the moment. That was
No,
like
nobody said because it
after.
sounded dumb.
Yeah,
Because everyone thought of Grandpa Simpson going. It was the early aughts at that point. And...
So I'm going to. I've chosen -2 charisma.
I was gonna say it looks like Initiative League is up.
Oh, are they up? Are they
Are
up?
they
Up?
Or no? It says
You just
live, but I'm not sure what that.
All right.
Live. Damn Twitch commercials.
Or we could do the DAT network as well. Tabletop,
but wait, who-
Tabletop Titties is up too. There's so many choices.
Whose birthday was it today?
It was the Role
Beluga?
Players Guild, but they're done.
Oh, they're done already.
Yeah, yeah. So the Beluga over at the Role Players Guild, which is another Twitch channel, and our pals, has
Initiative League is
officially
hosting
joined the
Tabletop
Dirty
Titties.
30s as of today. So, all right. I was gonna do -2 charisma. Yeah, let's do that. We'll do -2. I don't think we've ever rated them, so we'll do Tabletop Titties next week.
All right.
No, we'll do Tabletop Titties now.
All right.
Tabletop Titties. We are going to go rate them. Thank you, everybody.
Titties. Forgetting the D. Titties.
Titties. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Kat, you can let me know what you would like from our sponsors. And we will see you Saturday. We are doing a preteen D&D game. It might be streamed, fingers crossed. If not, it's going to be recorded and will be on our YouTube. And then we'll be back on Sunday. So
Now we exploit children.
we'll see how it goes. It's a session 0-ish. So, and Annie will be there too.
Teta's good one, Grim.
Tate does. All right. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you soon.
Good night.
Thanks,
Bye.
everyone. Have a good night.